That damnable demon bird continues to elude me, but no longer. Soon I shall claim my revenge and weapon both. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk in accordance with Inspector Bryadine's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No. Then let us sally forth at once. My redoubtable Confederate, you are an experienced traveler, are you not? Why don't you lead the way to Querthos? Having received the blessings of Lady Dorilda and the Inspector Bryadine, Inspector Hildibrand wishes to depart for Querthos at once, journey to the observatorium, and seek out any sellswords in Lady Dorilda's employ. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice! I take it you are one of the many tasked with transporting a Confederate treaty blade? Clearly, you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else... But sir, oh, bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will, of course, summon you, after administering the requisite beating. Ha, 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 ha. Good. You're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah! You speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief as we are too. Come, Nashu. We too must answer the call of duty. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. Any halberd-wielding mummers shall answer to me. You see that just now? No. No, I don't think me eyes were playing tricks on me, but there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector! Over there! Look! What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see. Ha ha! I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss? Oh, come, it's just Greg for a moment. I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu, we have lingered here over long. We must egress post-haste. This is ridiculous. There is naught out of ordinary here either.
No luck.
I have scoured every elm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding.
Or perhaps he is patiently waiting outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits.
I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary.
I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found her weapon to use.
By the 12, is that the selfsame spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it?
It was buried in the snow.
Well, I cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Yes.
I love that Gilgamesh is just running around in the background. Ellie astutely observes that the Inspector Hildibrand is unlikely to find the duelist inside the walls of the observatorium. That being said, it would be dangerous to survey the wilderness unarmed, which is why Hildibrand is grateful when Nashu returns with a curious spear in her possession. The Inspector immediately recognizes the weapon as the selfsame one which helped him journey to Dalamud 5 years ago. Precisely what inexplicable series of circumstances led to his reunion would doubtless make for an engrossing tale. Alas, there are more pressing matters at hand. Survey the wilderness east of the observatorium with the Inspector and his assistant. I'm assuming that's the 1.0 stuff you guys were talking about. There's something kind of fun about hearing how legendary it is from this point and then seeing it. Alright. God, it's cold out here.
Take your post, my good woman, and entrust your safety to me. Inspector Hildibrand is ready for battle. Yes. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis?
'Twas not the self-same creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you?
Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so?
If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways, it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects, it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel. 'Twas one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearn to reclaim it, the strongest of spears.
That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Oh, now you call me Shirley. No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me. This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we are at an impasse.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act.
Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg, he's a good, honest man, who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. Oh.
I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him.
A confession to what? I have done naught wrong. Bah! You are all beyond reason. Ah, yes. My plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. Ha 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 ha.
Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. Go on. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't. So let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Lest you find my advice unsporting, I remind you that our duty supersedes any misbegotten notions of honor you may possess. His name isn't really Greg, is it? Which way did he go, Jane? Did you see?
I did. I'm gonna fly my egg down there. Nashu, Miss Ellie. Ah, my good woman. It is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. It was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the last, I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best me, and you may have the spear. Fail, and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even allow you to extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. Oh, Gilgamesh is embiggening time. Oh.